That working? Oh, wrong camera. Wrong camera. For the puppy cam, that is. There we go, puppy cam. Good morning. Good morning. It's Friday. Happy Friday for those that celebrate. For those that observe this occasion. It's early for me. I dragged myself out of bed like half an hour before stream. Gonna do some coding to force me to be awake at this kind of day. Yes. I haven't prepared. I mean, I threw together my starting soon screen and everything. Yes. James Neko, hello Stardrop, welcome on in. How are you doing? How does the day greet you? I hope it is well. I hope you are excited for the weekend. You have many exciting things planned to do for the weekend. Doing surprisingly well. That is surprising in a good way. I am pleased to hear this. Weekend, I have nothing to do at all. Hey, that's also good. Not having any commitments, can just take it as it is, relax. That's good too. What am I going to do? I don't know. Could start streaming on twitch.television. Yeah, so we have a puppy cam. Let's zoom in on the puppy cam briefly. While she is actually on camera. She's in the bedroom, and I've got decent light in the bedroom now, so yeah, we can spy on the cat while she thinks that we're not observing her. But she knows, doesn't she? Yeah. She knows. And game, except no game. We are making the game. Where's the game scene? She's a quantum cat. She can tell when she's being observed. Yeah. It's very Schrodinger's. I'll shove that window over yonder. Wait, hang on. I need to open up. I need to open up my library of PDFs. There we go. So there is, you can't really see. And damn, it looks really washed out on this second monitor of mine. I hope this monitor isn't dying. Are you doing a different game today or something related to last week? I am. A good question, Stardrop. I should introduce what the hell we're doing today. We're doing part 2 of what we started last week. So last week we had this lovely PDF of the Usborne Write Your Own Fantasy Games for Your Microcomputer, with Dungeon of Doom listing for C64, VIC-20, Electron, Spectrum, and BBC. So we built the dungeon editor, which is a necessary component of getting the game off the ground, because it doesn't come with dungeons. You're supposed to make your own. And next step is the character creator. So, you know, at the start of the game you have to make a character, and because they're constrained by memory space and what have you, they decided to make the character creator its own separate program that you'll load up, make your character, save it to cassette, and then exit. And I do mean cassette, like the intended workflow for the code is that you've got 3 cassettes, and on one side of each cassette you've got dungeon generator, character generator, game, and on the opposite side you've got your saved dungeons, your saved characters, and your saved games. But what we discovered when we were building the dungeon generator was that when you save it, it just saves a file called level. And the idea is you would start your cassette recording, save the level file, stop recording, make a second level, start recording, save the level file, stop recording, make a third level file, and so on, recording these sequential levels onto your cassette tape. But that's not going to work so well with our emulated 5 1/4 inch floppy disk, because it's just saving the same file name over and over again. So maybe after we've got the thing working, we can try and improve the code a little bit to work with disks and save different levels under different names. Maybe. We'll give it a go. I'm going to drink some Red Bull because I am tired and I want the caffeine. I need it so bad. One moment. No leaf blower guy today. Maybe that was just the, was it Saturday we did this last? I think it was Saturday. No. Sunday? Some sort of day, ending in a Y. This music is funky. It is. It's Jazz Jacobit, surprisingly. So, I hope I can entertain you while you're at work, Stardrop, and maybe the background music will keep you going. And when you've got your meeting, don't worry about me. I'm very tired and half awake and not really doing things. I could make a new browser window specifically for the Microbot. Wait. There we go. No, wait, that's not the one I wanted to use. The one I wanted to use was the emulator that comes with the nice CRT effect and the ability to save to disks, which was this one, bbc.zania.org. Why has it not remembered my JavaScript settings? Maybe I should get a tape drive. Those things are still unparalleled for long-term storage, right? Megabyte per dollar. I don't know. Like, for a little while, Blu-ray was the hot shit, but tape drives was still kind of like, yeah, tape backup if you want massive amounts of megabytes in relatively cold storage. I have no idea what's state of the art for big data. I mean, Google just throws cheap hard drives into their data center, doesn't it? I have a fridge. Not that kind of cold, but yeah. I can embiggen this window, can't I? Excuse me? You mentioned Google one time, and your fucking phone is like, oh, you must be talking to me. I thought I'd turned the assistant off on this thing anyway. It's the PoppyCam, or PoppyCam 2. It does not need to have a Google Assistant. Well, cool enough, I could possibly access to a negative 80-degree freezer. Ooh. I mean, not right now, but maybe when summer rolls around, Stardrop, I'll hit you up. What do people use a negative 80-degree freezer for, other than, like, beer? Mush that over there. Oh, that's right, we kind of decided we would have some of the monitor obscured so that we can see the PDF on the right. Storing biological samples for years. Ah, yeah. That makes sense. Oh man, it's difficult to cognitate in the mornings. What I want to do is load my disk. So first we go from examples or local. Browse. Maybe just for privacy's sake. Where did I put it? I could put it along with the PDFs. There we are. So we have inserted a disk. Get yourself into a biology lab, Nico. They have cold rooms, 4 degrees, and it's a whole room with a bench and everything. Great for summer. Oh baby, I picked the wrong career path. Although, I do hear tell that there's a lot of Perl used in genetic sequencing and things because of its text convolution powers. Maybe I can find like a part-time job helping a lab out with genetic analysis or something. That'd be cool. So, how did we do disks? I think we do star, and your keyboard is fucked, so okay, star cat. So I have no idea why our file names have these W's in front of them. We're allowed a 7-character file name. Yeah, become a bioinformatician. Yeah, like several of my university graduate friends went that way. But like, you know, what is lib $0.dollar? $0.dollar. It's been 30 years since I've like been fascinated by what the BBC Micro disk filing system does, and it still entrances me. Like, whoa, what do these symbols mean? It's so weird. Like, we load that, but why does it have W dot in front of it? So, what did we do? Load? Dungeon. Not found. There was a way to do this. I mean, we can chain it, and that will just, like, run the thing, right? Bad command. I might have to dig out the other manual, the actual manual for the computer. Is load without the star command? No. And we have no program listing set up. Alright. Let's have a look at the BBC Micro manual itself. Yes. It's loading. It's a big one. Load. Cassette files. Well, this isn't quite what we want, but let's have a read. I can maybe slowly wake up if I do some reading. I'll move Mike a little closer. This chapter summarizes the facilities available for file handling using a cassette recorder. Refer to Chapter 5 for an introduction to loading and saving basic programs. Ah, that's what we want to actually go to, but okay. Cassette motor control. Some cassette recorders have a remote or automatic motor control socket. This can be used with a switch on the microphone to start and stop the tape. If your recorder is of this type, then the computer will be able to start and stop the tape automatically at the start and end of each basic program or section of recorded data. Going from circus music directly to Dune 2 gave me whiplash. Yeah, sorry, my playlist, I just threw together a bunch of retro classics. I haven't considered a particular thematic element to it. And I actually only just the other day fixed the bug in my OBS overlay playlist doodad. You may recall last time it was getting stuck occasionally and it would just display an album name. That's because when I was loading the M3U file and splitting it on new lines, I neglected to remember that that will give me an empty line, an empty string at the end, which I was then prepending the album name to, and it was just trying to load that and stalling. I have a suspicion that Perl split does things differently to JavaScript split when you've got like trailing splitting elements. But either way, I've not actually been doing a lot of JavaScript lately or a lot of Perl lately. I've been doing QBasic and Basic, so BBC Basic. If your cassette recorder does not have motor control, then you will have to start and stop the tape manually. A light is provided on the keyboard to tell you when the tape should be running. This is labeled cassette motor. When it is on, the tape should be running. Hey, is your tape running? Now that you don't have to worry about memory, you could be super naughty and build the character creator directly into the game. I could. For now, I want to get an accurate reproduction of the files. You'd better go and catch it. Yeah, you know what I was getting at. The description which follows assumes that you have automatic or remote motor control. If you don't, then you'll have to start and stop the tape manually. Okay, so chapter 5. How can I get there? Can you give me a chapter thing? No, it's not set up, it's just a scan. Okay, so we can search for chapter 5. Yeah. I guess I can turn the heater off. Get rid of some background hiss. Ah, here we are. In chapter 5. No. So chapter 5, the words chapter 5 don't actually appear in the text, at least not in a way that we can search. It'll be like 5 something, then something something. Let's go all the way to the top and look for an index. Oh yeah, that's a good index. This was such a good book. Like a thick manual, ring-bound, slightly dog-eared, because I got it second-hand. But like to teach you how to use a computer and programming and anything else you might need. People do not make manuals of this quality anymore. Right, 5. Recording programs on cassette. Doesn't actually mention discs, but I think it would be the same deal. Ooh, looked out there. The welcome cassette supplied with your BBC microcomputer has a number of programs stored on it. You can store a copy of any program on cassette and then load it back into the machine at some time in the future. It really is just like recording music onto a cassette. You can then play the cassette back a few days later and the music will still be there. Sorcery! If you decide that you don't want to keep the computer program that you have saved on cassette, then you can just record a new program over the old one in the same way that you can reuse a cassette when recording music. And in the same way that it is very easy to forget where a particular piece of music is recorded on a cassette, so it's very easy to forget where on the cassette you have stored a particular program. It is very strongly... cutting into the Marble Madness music. It is just a big mishmash of retro tunes. It's very strongly suggested that you use the tape counter to keep an index of where programs are on cassette. Also, you must leave gaps between programs. It is easy to let one program run over the start of the next one if they are all squashed close together. If programs do overlap, then you will definitely lose one of them. Be warned. Most short programs will only move the cassette tape counter on 30 or 40 positions, but play safe and spread the programs out over the length of the cassette. If you record the first program at 0000, the second at 0100, the next at 0200, and so on, then they will be easy to find and they are unlikely to run over each other. Note, don't make the mistake of trying to record on the clear plastic tape leader. Wind the tape on by hand until the brown tape itself is exposed. So saving was just save, no asterisk. And loading was also no asterisk. But this is for the cassette system. But then catch, the cat command, very fine command, does use a star. What is happening to my brain? This music is from a game about marbles? I'm sorry, Stardrop. The playlist is absolutely just bonkers. It's like Jazz Jackrabbit, Dune 2, Mob Madness, Keen, Tyrion, what else did I throw in there? This music was written by a mad genius, yeah. Nice bleepy bloops. What's this one? It's Oni. Not very visible there, is it? I need to put some stuff there. What happens if we load? Not found. Interesting. Ooh, this sounds cool. To force the operating system to enter shadow mode on subsequent mode changes, even if a non-shadow mode is selected. Type *shadow return. To return to non-shadow mode, type *shadow 1 return. The shadow screen. I always wanted to learn about double buffering back in the day, like as a way to make my drawing not flicker. But I did not know the right words to look for. I didn't understand what shadowing would be, or yeah, like you didn't know what to look for. What happens if we look for DFS, disk filing system? More Red Bull is required. Well, that's not it. And that was unhelpful. What about star commands? Page 370. Well, like actual page 370, so we've got to kind of look and guess it. Hey YGY, how are you doing? Happy Friday. Yeah, here we go. Here's some... Look at this! Look at it! They've drawn out the parallel cable you need to connect up a disk drive to it. Doing fine. I'm living in the past. Thursday, 4 PM, still here. Well, as it happens, we are also living in the past, because we have a BBC microcomputer here, and an Usborne guide to programming fantasy games here, and a manual with this very fine diagram. Look at this diagram of a 26-way ribbon cable. But it's good to hear that you're doing fine. I thought that was toilet paper roll. Do not use the ribbon cable as toilet paper. Even if it's another pandemic and people have bought out all the toilet paper of your local supermarket, don't do it. Connect the printer. Oh, that was a printer cable. Okay. But to be fair, the disk drive cable was also similar. How to merge two basic programs. Very cool. Ah, this could be what we want. Oh no, but hang on. We've got the disk set up, and we've got, like, star cat worked. Let's try star disk anyway. Oh, fuck me, it's gotten the caps lock thing going again. Yeah, so star cat shows us what's on our disk. And then you'd think load dungeon would load stuff. Do we have to load w.dungeon now that it's saved it with that name? Load. And I'm going to be very slow typing this because the key map is not the same as the physical layout of, like, your retro keys. Like, you know, I've got a button for 1/4 and 3/4 symbols if I want, or left arrow, right arrow. It's wild. W dot dungeon. Oh right, there wasn't a star there. Okay, that actually worked. I don't know why it changed our file name like that, but oh, could it be like a directory system? Because this disk we've got here, we basically like stole from the welcome disk image. No, but we formatted it. We totally formatted it, so I don't know where the W comes from. But if we type list now, if we type list, all capitals, there's our dungeon editor, and here's what we... Out of data at line 840. No, we saved that. We fixed it and we saved it, didn't we? Well, I remember this issue. The issue was that somewhere line 1080 we missed a line. Yeah, we've missed line 1000, and we had line 1100 being the line that was supposed to be 1000. I thought we saved it though. Okay, we'll fix it up again before we get into the character creator. I love this tune from Jazz Jackrabbit. It's so good. Look at all the stuff they give you in this book. It's so good. They did not have to put so much effort into this. Right. Line 1100. Oh, there isn't a line 1000, but there is a line 1110. So the line we're missing starts with data 76. And then line 1110 is that one. So the one we want is 76, 158, 170, 190, 84, 30, 37, 88. Run that. There we go. Level generator. Something is borked. What the hell? You can see it's only ever right into that upper left corner. Fuck me, I thought we'd fixed everything and then saved it. I had definitely saved it. Well, this is the authentic retro experience. Gotta debug this now. Don't know what it's doing though. To be fair, I was really fucking tired when we finished stream last week. Node 7. 7. I'm gonna assume that's a 7. No such variable. Node 7. Alright, I can't even type now because it's shifting my number keys. Fan-fucking-tastic. Super? There we go. The data that we entered has got to be the correct data, and if it wasn't the correct data, the only repercussion would be that the sprites don't look right. So it's something to do with the loop where we're drawing things, like the actual editing loop, which is pretty tiny. Like we saw hints of it here. Like we were reading a key from the keyboard and then acting accordingly. I'll make this even bigger so people can read. I mean, it's not particularly readable even there. So we're doing the Ising keys. Oh, I'm a dumbass, of course. I think the program is working fine. It's just that I was using the arrow keys to move the cursor. And of course we don't use the arrow keys to move the cursor. We use A, Z, N, and M, because that's normal. If we run this, I think we will find it is actually fixed. As long as we use... Well, okay, as long as I can... There we go. Got some item. I think we're still suffering from the keyboard input issues. Like, am I shifted or not? Am I doing caps lock or not? Let's escape from this. Happily, escape works regardless of what mode my keyboard's in. So if I'm typing normally, it's just going mode 7 lowercase, but I've got numbers, which means I need to turn caps lock on. Yeah. Now I can type mode 7, all caps, yay. Now I can type run, all caps. Yeah, Jazz Jackrabbit. If you like, I can just make the playlist non-stop Jazz Jackrabbit. But here we go. A, Z, and an M are moving my cursor. 2 drops that, 3 drops that. Was it 1 that dropped a wall? Yeah. So it does work. It's just a little particular about what shift lock, caps lock mode your keyboard is in. And don't try and use the cursor keys Neko, because that actually activates the magical copying mode, which you're supposed to use for things. I believe you can actually read what, like when you're reading the keyboard, you can get it to read the arrow keys as special, like, you know, just this is an arrow key rather than this is entering copy mode. So that's definitely something I'd want to do as an improvement to the program when we get around to do that, if we can. Let's save this again if we can. Can you save it like that? Okay, that's maybe saved. I feel this is going to be a 2 Red Bull kind of day. But with that out of the way, we could start typing in the character creator. So we need to do new to start a new program. List, it's empty. And let's shrinkify this a little bit. So here's our character creator. Let's skim through it a little bit. Sorry, I'm just going to clear my throat. Alright, better. So let's skim through it. Look up the print command for your computer on page 32 every time you see a command like this. Happily, the way they've written it here is approximately what we need to do anyway. What is this code doing? We've got an F array. 2-dimensional F array. But it's mostly indexing it at position 1, and then a bunch of other things. Gold coins. Choose well, sire. This line gets the computer to create a random bargain price, as much as 3 gold coins less than the original price. The random command varies. Find the right one for your computer from this box. This line equals 0 at the moment, as it will be used for counting treasure, and your character does not have any when he starts the game, or she, come on. The line must be included though, or the computer won't know where to store treasure when it is found. So it's doing a lot of $$ is $$ plus char's indexing an array plus AS. And we were doing that before in the dungeon generator, building up a string where there was a variable called, I think, OF, or OS, that was like, because you know your character code table starts from 0 and it's got a bunch of control codes, and it's only when you get to like 30 or so you're getting into the letters. I think it was doing that so that when it saves the string to disk, it's saving a string that's like printable, you can read it. And this must be the same kind of deal. We're building a string to save our character data. But like the goblin says, we don't have any treasure here. We could probably hack the character creator and just give ourselves treasure if we wanted. Open out hero, so we're saving a hero file. Cool, cool. You have it, sire. Yay. 'Tis yours. Offer rejected. So we're doing shopping at the start of the game, that's cool. Again, we've got these paper and ink commands, which for us, we have to map it to a single color command. And, yeah, it's about the same length. Oh no, hang on. We've got a bunch of data. We've got a lot of data. So the actual code is about the same length as the dungeon generator, but then we've got a whole bunch of extra data to input. But now we know what we're doing, surely this will be faster, and we won't have to do another 4-hour stream just for character creation, right? These are the flags. They are explained on page 18. Here's the array holding the names of attributes and all the things you can buy. Here are the names of the character types you can create: Wanderer, Cleric, Mage, Warrior, and Barbarian. And then here, add whichever lines between 1610 and 1730 are indicated in the conversions for your computer. Add lines 4000 to 4030 from page 35. So for BBC or Electron, we just add, yeah, some screen initialization stuff. And then there's the game module. Alright. Let's start typing this in. Do I want to make this a little bit? I figured out why my keyboard handling is giving me such grief. It's every time I use super and left mouse to grab the emulator window, it's thinking I've pushed like super, which is shift lock, and yeah, you know, it's old days, microcomputers. Didn't really know what sort of buttons people would need, so we have both caps lock and shift lock. And you can have them on in a combination, which is just mind-boggling. So let's test. We're typing in lowercase, so let's turn caps lock off again. Now the computer thinks the emulated computer thinks caps lock is on, but my keyboard it's off. So, hello, yep. And numbers, our numbers were set. Okay, so we've got paper 0, which is the background color. So that's 128 plus 0. Where is colon? Let, no, echo, line numbers. Let j equals 1. As long as I don't look at the keyboard, I can slowly get back to used to this thing. So it's interesting, we have an H variable, but we also have an H dollar variable. They're two separate things. And I need to move this thing. shrink this slightly, not too much. It's actually helpful for me to see those little indicators on the keyboard. Okay, so keyboard-wise, we have to switch caps lock on again. Points. What is this song? Oni. Farewell. Okay. That's must be a sad song. Go sub 810. That's weird. 2 go subs on the same line. But go sub 900. Let P equals T plus, where's plus? Plus 1. Chat is slightly obscured now, but if you yell out, I'll be able to see. 60. Print. Tab. 1, comma P. $70, go sub 720. $80. If K equals, oh, there we go. Lemmings 2. Some of these are louder than others, so it's going to obscure my voice. I suppose I could have put replay gain over the top, but too lazy. Gummy time! Good morning. How are you? Happy Friday. I hope you are well. We are doing some retrocoding. Let me make chat more visible for me. And good morning to Bobby. Well, she's gone back for snooze times. Thank you. Hope you are too, other than sleep stuff. Yeah, well, I'll manage somehow. The point of this exercise is to make me be awake and say, I'm going to commit to a stream today, because apparently that's the only thing I will actually force myself out of bed for. And everything else I will happily decide, I'll just stay in bed for another hour, and then it's the afternoon, and then my sleep's kind of screwed for the rest of the day. Cool, it's been a while since I've seen Basic. Hey Moody Mystery, welcome in. How are you? Not gonna lie, this is definitely the music for being sleep deprived. It's kind of a mishmash of all sorts of like high energy and low energy tracks, Gomi. I just threw a playlist together of retro game soundtracks. There is no rhyme or reason. There is no theme. It's just, I need some background music to code by. fill in the silence while I'm typing in program listings. But welcome in, welcome in. Meeting time. See you in about an hour if you're still here. See you, Stardrop. Yeah. Where am I typing? And apparently I'm shouting because I'm messing with caps lock and shift lock with this computer, this emulated computer, because this computer has shift lock, but it's on my super key, which I use when I'm switching out windows. We want shift lock off, we want caps lock in the machine off, in the machine on, there. So I can type like that, but numbers come out like that. Yay. So we were doing let f jk equals f jk plus 1. Oh great, it goes off the edge of the screen. Let h is h minus 1. And then go sub 920. Conversely, line 100 says that if I dollar is equal to negative symbol, and f j k is also greater than 1, then let f j k is f. I can type better than this, I swear. It's just that the keyboard layout is different. Minus 1. So we're using semicolon to add something and minus to subtract something. Weird. I think it might relate to how the keyboard is set up on the BBC Micro, and this makes perfect sense as a choice of key to do things with, like to add stat points or something. But we can, you know, we'll type this in as is, and we can fix it up later if we want to fix things up. Ooh, sacrifice music. These huge long lines, and then 110 is just let c equals 1. The bit that I definitely don't want to make a typo on is these array indexes, because if I make a typo on some syntax, it'll tell me when we get round to running the program, and it'll be fairly obvious. But if I fuck up with these array indexes, it'll probably add some weird subtle bug that will be difficult to track down. We're doing something weird with the C variable here. We're like checking the player's stats or something? And if they're above a particular threshold, we're setting C accordingly. Does C mean class? Does this let us choose what classes we can do or something? I figured out why it's a semicolon and minus sign for this adding and subtracting. When I'm typing a semicolon here, if I do shift, it gives me the plus symbol. So on the BBC, those must be the symbols that share keys. A bit like on your traditional ANSI keyboards, you've got minus sign and underscore sharing a symbol, and plus and equals sign sharing a symbol. Sometimes you'll code stuff to be like, oh, use control minus to zoom out and control equals to zoom in, because technically speaking, you're not typing in a plus symbol, you're typing in the equals symbol. It's a big mess. And you run into very fun localization issues when you're doing that with like desktop applications. I used to use the Qt C++ toolkit, and it warned you against setting shortcut keys on keys that seem to make sense to you logically, like control equals to zoom in, because other international keyboards might not have the plus symbol sharing the equals symbol. Is greater than 12. Less than 6. Then let's see equals 5. Okay. Phew, that was a mouthful. 160, let $M equals $C of C. Really hope the microphone didn't pick up my stomach rumbling just then. I may have been bad and got up and just showered and scrambled to get everything ready for streaming, and not actually had a full, complete breakfast. I'll get round to it. $M equals choose well, sire. Now, is that an O or a 0? It's a variable name, so it would have to be an O, right? OF. So we're setting OF to 0 to indicate there is no OF. I mean, to be fair, this Mode 7 font also doesn't slash its zeros properly. It's just a slightly more diamond shape. But the Mode 7 font is, you know, less pixelated than the other modes, so it's still quite nice. Now here we have another line we're supposed to substitute. It's got RND3. I think for us we don't have to substitute it exactly. I have a table up there somewhere. Yeah, it's the same for us. That's great. Round 3. Go sub. 570. Name thy character. Left dollar. B dollar. W minus 2. Print tab 1, 3. Here we're checking if the length of the character name is too long, I assume. Then go to 360, just ask you to name your character all over again. Print tab. One moment, please. Nope, semicolon. $4.20, blaze it. I'm gonna assume that's O equals D times 3? No, that's plus 3. Let, no, come on. 430. Let S dollar equal churs O plus AS. What is this doing? It's picking a random character? For I is 1, 2, 8. This has got to be the stats. Let is $s plus chrs f1 I plus yes. $460. Next, I am going to get myself a second can of Red Bull because that is necessary. I should have made it so that the background music is also on these screens, but okay. Second page. Let's go. Sorry, bumping the desk and everything. Trying to get comfy. Forcing my creaking, aging body into motion. That's not helpful. I need the line numbers. Four I is 1, 2. That almost looks like 1 to 0, which makes no sense. But we know that we have an O variable, so sure. A kind of poor choice of naming there, but... Let $s is... We're doing this weird thing again. $s plus chrs O of I plus AS. It also looks like, aside from a single letter being able to hold a number, and a letter with a $sign being a completely different variable with a string, you can also have an array named after the same letter, which I'm sure is not confusing at all. I mean, the computer doesn't care. And there's a whole other class of bugs that I've just realized we have yet to discover, because although we made the dungeon generator, and we're making the character generator now, and we confirmed the dungeon generator at least does seem to work, there's the interoperability between the three programs. The data we're saving might be bugged, and might be saving it in a way that the other program can't read. That's going to be fun. then $S equals $S plus more magic symbols. AS. Oh, this is the one the goblin was pointing to, saying, this is your number of treasures collected, but it's going to be 0 for your character creator. But if we wanted to cheat, we could just add treasures in here. That S is S plus $N, whatever that is, plus what looks like a space and then a dash, plus $C of C. Wild. Alright, 530. Let S, no $, is open out hero. There's no special symbol for us there, is there? No, this is fine. 540, 40, 40, 40. Print. Space might be significant here, so print S, comma S, 50, close. S. 560, stop. Let's save this now, as we've reached a good sort of stopping point, the actual natural end of the program before it goes into its subroutines. So I believe what we would need to do is save chargen. Starcat. Just check it's on there now. See, it's weird, right? Just like when we saved the dungeon program before, it's up there, just chargen, no other special name. But the other ones that we saved last time all have a W dot in front of them. What does it mean? Either way, I best download drive 0 image. And continue. Offer, so this is the haggling portion of the game. You have it, sire. I believe this is like the bargain is accepted. Otherwise, let PR is F. Or maybe it's like you already have this item, you can't buy a second one. F of J comma K minus BR. 630. Cannot afford return, okay. If OnlyFans is greater than or equal to pull request and y equals 1, then let O of n equal O of... I swear I'm not gonna ever get used to the parentheses being slightly displaced by one letter, or by one key on the keyboard. And my hands are cold, because it's cold. It's not really a good time to be typing things in. O of n is O of n plus P of n. Let, and this is going off the screen again. And this is where we would cheat and make everything cost no money, but let's do it as written first. Let H is H minus PR. That's subtracting your money from your pocket. Let M dollar is tis yours. I think that's supposed to be an exclamation mark. Is there any more to this? No? Yeah, it just falls through. 650. If OnlyFans is less than pull request and y is equal to 1, then let M dollar equals offer rejected. Yeah, Neko, write your line numbers. If h is less than 0, then let h equal 0. Now that's a funny line to have in here, because so far I've been inferring that OF is the offer, PR is the price, and if we successfully purchase an item, we deduct the price from H. So H is how much gold we have on hand. But this line here is like, oh, if we went negative money, then set our money to 0. So is it possible to purchase something that costs more than the money we have? No, it shouldn't be, because we've got line 630 up there. So tired. How do people do this? Hello, hello, son of Eld. You are awake but should be working? In a way, so should I, but I am not working right now. And I ain't gonna find work if I'm not able to be awake at this time of day, stupidly. So, here I am. How are you doing, friend? If midstring, O string, of M C1 equals... Oh, is that supposed to be a 1 or an L? Let's say it's 1. Yeah, because it wouldn't be an L necessarily, because that would be a lowercase l. So it's probably a 1. Then let y equals 1. Need to find work writing basic programs for obsolete 8-bit machines. Yeah, that's the dream. Surely somewhere, someone has some ancient computer hooked up to the world's financial systems that they don't want to upgrade and they don't want to change, and it's absolutely critical, and they need to update it once in a while. Actually, that sounds like it would be a pretty sucky job. Too much pressure. Computer museum guy. That's a thing, right? If y is 0, then let m string equals not for plus C dollar C. So C is definitely our class, I think. And C dollar is an array of class names, I think. It'll be like, oh, not for mage. It's not for you. Have a good look, son of Eld. Hope you have a good day at work today. And the only way to interact with the finance system is to explore the dungeon. Well, that is how finance works, yes. Also, I've got a missing space character there. Let's fix it. This line is one of the few that we do have to change for BBC Basic. We can't just use in key string. No, it's in key string 0. What the 0 represents? I don't know. Should we look it up? get and in key. Sometimes it is useful to be able to detect a key as soon as it is pressed without having to wait for the return key to be pressed. For example, most games react immediately when a key is pressed. There are a group of 4 functions which respond to single keystrokes. Get string, in key string. The get and get string functions wait until a key is pressed. The in key and in key strings pair give up after a while if no key is pressed. In key string 200 will wait only 2/100ths of a second, and then it will move on. Ooh, here we are. We wanted to figure this out for later anyway. Advanced features. Another important use of in key and get is with the group of 4 direction keys at the top of the keyboard. Yeah, you heard me, at the top of the keyboard. Normally these are used for editing, but a special statement can make these keys produce ASCII codes like all the other keys on the keyboard. They can then be used by a program for some special purpose. For example, to move a point around the screen. The statement *FX41 makes the editing keys produce ASCII codes, and the statement FX40 returns the keys to their editing function. The keys produce the following codes. So we can update the code later on to not use A, Z, and an M for navigation, and instead use the arrow keys. We just have to switch it out of copy mode and into normal keyboard mode. Okay, so it does confirm that in key 0 is telling it to wait 0/100ths of a second just to see if there's a key in the keyboard buffer. Where were we up to? 720-ish, right? So this is actually just a busy loop waiting for a key from the keyboard. Whereas we could have written it just get string and it would wait automatically for us. But I guess they've had to code this for so many different variants of BASIC with different behaviors that a busy loop was the way to go. 740, okay, so this says paper 3 ink 1, which for us is color 128 plus 3 color, and James, this is a British computer. We spell color with a U here. I just get so used to being in a programming context, color has to be spelled like this. So here's our direction keys again. If I guess we're just navigating up and down a list of stats. Man, this typing in these program listings makes me want to have a old school dot matrix daisy wheel printer with the special printer paper that has the holes in it to fit in the daisy wheel printer, and the green background lines to show you like which lines are which easily at a glance. Those were so fucking cool. I'm sure it would be a nightmare to maintain in this day and age. Like, where would you even buy the paper, right? Ugh. But like, you know, this is way too much code to fit on our screen in one go. Obviously we should print it out. I think the last time I printed code out, onto paper that is, would have been at uni. And no, I don't mean... actually that's D, isn't it? That's not a 0. Whatever D is. I don't mean uni when I was studying. I mean uni when I was working there for geosciences. Because we did occasionally have the urge to go through code and review it, debug it, whatever you... And it wasn't bad to just print it out on paper. It's easier on your eyes at any rate. Dragon Jam, hello, hello. Thank you so much for the cute big cat emote licking the screen emoji. That's very cute. How are you? Let's see. Line 780? Yeah. We are doing some extremely retro coding today. Let P equals K. Is that times? I think that's times. If the maths is wrong, then we'll get a weird character creator tool, so that'll be fun in its own way. Times 2 plus T minus 1. Don't know what that calculation's all about. Might be good. I have to lurk because Hairball's doing his thing. Yeah, I saw. But if you're still here when he's done, I will be back. No worries, Dragon Jam. Thank you for just hanging out. It's nice to see you. And everybody who's watching, like all 6 million of you, pretty much everyone who's come by here is a streamer. They're all nice people. Go follow them. $7.90. Print tab 1, P. Wait, semicolons. Alright, we've got another paper 0 ink 2 statement. So that becomes color 128. Color 2. 820. Print tab. I'm very grateful that this source code listing is mostly using the BBC basic syntax, and I don't have to do too many conversions. The C64 conversions in particular look quite arduous. Left string, B string, W. .30. Print tab 00. F dollar of J and 9. Weird. $8.40. let Baldur's Gate equal 2. Nah, 3 is out now. 3 is cool. Let Folder's Gate equal 3. Let... Oh wow, that's like a... There's like a mark on my PDF, I think. I don't think it's on my monitor. It's just like a bad scan or something. Or a printing error? I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna guess that's supposed to be an equal symbol and not some sort of special equal symbol. Let t equal 1. Let L equal 2. 850. Go sub 980. Alright, 860. It feels like my random song selection algorithm has picked the Jazz Jackrabbit starting like the intro music more often than it has not. I'm going to assume this is one space. It's a bit hard to tell with the printout in the book. Okay, we're letting Baldur's Gate be 3 now. This sounds like Oni. Let FG equal 2. Let T equal 5. Let L 15. Alright, next page. Almost there. There's a shitload of data to type in. Oh, is that supposed to be an O or a 0? I think that one's a 0. Guess we'll find out when we run it. You have to eat your vegetables. How'd you tell him? No. Fuck me, I wrote color as the American one again. It's just ingrained in me now, thanks to all of the American programming languages. Let's fix it. I kind of like this copying characters off the screen method of editing. That's not how you spell collagen, is it? Yeah, it is how you spell it. I'm just very tired. Semantic satiation. Alright, where were we? Line 1040. B string, comma W. You know, I don't think we've had any Tyrion 2000 in playlists so far, which is weird because I'm pretty sure it's in there. Do. Print left string B string W. Okay, now we're setting up all our arrays. F. 4 and D plus 1. $10.90 dim F string for D plus 1. C string has exactly 5. That's the names of our classes. O, terrible name for a variable if ever I saw one, has D times 3 slots. O string, similarly, P. D times 3. And now we get to some data statements. Not the last of them, but a whole bunch anyway. What can I do to make this easier to transcribe? Kind of fit on screen if I do that. And if I make this always on top, right then. 1140 data 0001. It's going to be fiddly to type in. 000111. Nope. 11. There's 5 of each of these, and I bet it's something to do with the 5 different character classes. Great, now I can't see what I'm typing. I need smaller text is what I need. Two, three. 10011 10011 00011. think these lines we're typing in now are for items and whether or not each individual class can use a particular item. So if we wanted to cheat again, we could just fill everything with ones. But where's the sense in cheating in the program that we're creating for ourselves to play? Two? There's no such thing as two. Phew. That was a lot of data entry. Line numbers, Neko, line numbers. So $O is, I think, objects. We're reading into that array there. We're slowly understanding what this code is doing. One letter variable names doesn't really help, but I guess it does help with the typing in of it. Still, you get awful things like this. Let f of 1, I. The distinction is like a tiny little blob in this program listing. Is RND 5 plus 2. Dang it. I keep forgetting line numbers. I hope a raw data statement on the command line there doesn't actually have an effect. I guess the code will run through these data statements and then load them in. But it shouldn't be an issue. lot of more data statements. I should really pause notifications. Right. Where are we? 1340. Wait, no. This line ends with heavy robe, and then 1430 starts with gold helmet. Ooh, my hands are not doing well in this cold with all the typing. And it's slightly awkward typing too, because I'm sort of hesitating, like I can't just touch type. I have to think, okay, hang on. This symbol is actually now on this key. I'll tell you what I will do. I've got this lovely microwavable silicone hot water bottle. It's just, it's a hot water bottle that has water in it, and because it's not got any metal on it, you can microwave it. I'm going to microwave it, and I will be right back and warm up my hands. Let's put you on the kitty camera. Actually, I can copy generic background music here in OBS and put it on top of just cabin. There we go. We can look at the cat while we wait for me to come back. I return. I have the warm. It's actually not that warm. Starting from icy cold, probably I could have put it in the microwave for a little longer. But this will do for now. This will defrost my hands, and we can finish this program listing. And then I will resist the urge to nap and instead force myself to go out for a walk while it's nice and sunny. It's actually quite warm out there in the sun, I'm sure. It's just that my unit does not get really any direct sunlight, and it is very cold in winter and very warm in summer, just like you want. Back to the typing. As every good manager knows, not typing, then clearly you're not doing anything. She turned around so I could see her face. Ah. She's such a snuggly, cuddly kitty when it's wintertime. As much... Oh, look at that. As much as it was annoying hermiting myself up in the bedroom while my flatmate had COVID, it was kind of a fun change of scenery, change of pace for just me and Poppy there. Be sitting on the bed with the laptop, watching some streams, chilling out. I think she enjoyed it too, like being able to just hang out with me while I'm computing, as opposed to here when I'm on the desktop. And she might get a bit annoyed that I'm not paying attention to her. Right, get comfy, Neko. Get comfy and finish up this character creation program. This song is a bit intense, all the bullets flying. If I wish to curate a playlist properly, I might remove this, but I just threw this together at the last minute. Healing salve. Wait, that wasn't the entire line. No. Healing salve and potions and emporium. For J equals 1 to 4. Oh, look at this, we're almost done. So this is just loading all those strings we just typed in. It's funny that you can't just have like a literal array of strings, and you have to have data statements and then load the data into your array. All these modern conveniences from modern programming languages that you just don't have with ye olde basic. For I is 1, 2, 5. Read C dollar. Almost done. Almost done. Finally, we've got these specific to our machine lines to put in. Mode 5. BD 23080202. Now we do semicolons for some reason. Very, very almost out of energy. It's good that we're just about to finish the listing now. This is some sort of custom sprite. And it's just a solid block, which is weird, but okay. I think that's it. Let's scroll up to the actual details about the character creator so we know how to use it. When you want to make a character, load the character creator program from its cassette. When it is ready, it will set up the screen like this. So let's save this first, and then we'll try and run it, and then we'll debug it because there will be bugs. Hot damn, it ran first try, which usually in the programming world means, oh no, there's a subtle bug that's not a syntax error that the computer could pick up on. There's some sort of other logical bug. But here we go, character creation. Oh, let me move my camera. I'll move this out of the way of the camera. And this doesn't have to be on top anymore. That's nice. So, character creation, points 8, strength 5, vitality 3, agility 4, intelligence 4, experience 1, luck 6, aura 5, and morality 3. I get the sense that these were picked semi-randomly. And like we could... I'll stop that. It'll have to do. And we could use escape to exit the computer program. And we could run it again. Yeah, see, now we have a morality of 5. So in theory we could just keep trying to re-roll this and get good stats, but I don't even know what good stats look like. Anyway, we can assign points. A and Z moves the cursor. Plus and minus adds and subtracts scores. When I'm happy with the attribute scores, press the spacebar to turn to the next page. Okay. So, AZ. And it says Wanderer at the top. Is that like the class that it's picked out for us? So if we dump everything into strength, for example, how was it not? Plus and minus? Semicolon? That is semicolon, is it not? Up and down are working, so our input is working alright. But why am I not able to add stats? Is it a bug? Or are we just not using this correctly? Let's embiggen this. Move the cursor until it indicates the attribute you want to change. Plus adds to the score. Points are deducted from available modification points. Minus subtracts from the score. These points then become available as modification points. Let's exit from here. We can go to like one of the... Oh, hello, we've got the wrong caps lock / shift lock enabled now. There. I don't know how it keeps thinking caps lock has gone off. There we go. Mode 2. Mode. You can see all the program code here. And I remember there were some lines that were checking for semicolon for whatever reason. I wonder if we could change that to be a different character. That's the dungeon generator. Character creator. Here we are. So line 90. And we can ask it for just line 90, I think. List 90. So we could go and change that. If I string equals that, which is the symbol I got when I hit my equals sign. Oops. There we go. And there was another one, presumably on the purchasing screen. Line 310. Was that it for checking keys? Looks like it. So if we run this... Oh, that's interesting. It's given us a random number of attribute points to spend as well. Very, very random. We can still use A and Z to move up and down. Can we add to strength? We can! Okay. For whatever reason, it didn't like the semicolon. Maybe because of the weird keyboard layout I've got. Okay, now this is a bug. It's not giving us points back when we subtract points from a score. It's also interesting to see that it lets us go below the original starting score. And now I'm stuck at strength of 1, because I don't have any points to spend. If I subtract 1 from the existing score, it should give me the point back. Maybe. Yeah, it should, right? So where do you suppose that is? Yeah, we changed the addition line. If we do list 90, 100? Yeah, so these are the two lines in question. Yeah, it looks like I missed a let h equals h plus 1 before the go sub there. Dash of Hope. Hello, welcome in. How are you doing? I'm just about out of stamina today, having started the stream at 9 AM. Jeez, have we been going for almost 3 hours? But I'm hoping I can fix up this little bit of program code here, and then we can get to trying out this character generator. You doing well? That's great. Basically basically, get it, because we have been typing in program code in this old Usborne book. I really should have made myself a command to, like, summarize this. This is write your own fantasy games for your microcomputer. With Dungeon of Doom listing for C64, VIC-20, Electron, Spectrum, and BBC. Glad you got to see part of my stream at least. Oh, thank you so much. Really, like, I'm half awake. I'm trying to do this so that I commit to doing a thing in the morning and maybe fix my sleeping schedule. But I loved these old-style programming books for basics of various microcomputers. And This game actually comes in 3 parts. So last week I typed in the dungeon generator program. Today we're doing the character creator program, which I think we've finished debugging now, hopefully, perhaps, why not? And then next stream I'll do for this, don't know when exactly, but we'll do the actual game engine itself. So, yeah, character creator, there we are. And it looks like we made a logical error here, line 100. If I $ is minus sign and fjk is more than 1, then let fjk is fj of k minus 1 and give us the point back. Let h is h plus 1 go sub 920. Balls. Colon go sub 920. Now we run this and we will totally be able to set up attributes ourselves. Alright, we've given a lot of strength, but we can now add a point to strength or subtract a point from strength. Nice. Your subroutines can only have 1 letter identifiers. Well, the variables and subroutines in BBC Basic can totally have multi-character names. But I think because this is a type-in program, they've written this to use as few characters as possible. So a lot of these are just 1-letter variable names. There's a couple of 2-letter variable names, like this LW here. Allow me to embiggen this further. But like, you know, like source code, and you've got helpful little goblins here. There are a lot of print and color commands at the start of this listing, so use the general conversion charts opposite with great care. It may be helpful to use a ruler to mark your place as you type lines in, so that you can find where you were easily after looking away from the page. And I'm aware that the music is drowning out my voice a little bit at the moment. Retrocoding, interesting concept. Yeah, it's nostalgia. I threw my playlist together at the last minute. It's not very balanced in terms of audio levels. But yeah, we've basically finished typing this in, and we get to use the character creator program. Because memory was limited, potentially, they get you to make your character in one program, save it to cassette, and then you can load it in your actual game. Oops, I entered copy mode. No, I don't want to be in copy mode. Shit. How do I exit copy mode? I guess I have to press escape, and that just quits the program. Okay. Run. So yeah, there we go. It's given us more random stats. I guess we could just keep re-rolling. At least it's not high-energy dance music. I think some of the tracks I've got in here are kind of high energy. We've got some Jazz Jackrabbit in there, and in theory Tyrion 2000, although I haven't heard any of those tracks come up yet. I've got a tiny bit of Red Bull left. Okay, now go. Here we go. I'll just create this character, wrap up stream. I'll force myself to go outside, get some sun, stay awake. So let's just dump everything into strength, shall we? For our first character, we can just be a muscle mage. We dump into strength. See, it's chosen the class Barbarian for us. There's clearly some kind of... Like, we saw the logic, we were typing it in, but the logic was like, if this stat is bigger than this stat, then... So that's good. We'll have Vitality, we'll have Agility. We don't need Intelligence as a Barbarian, so we can just have an Intelligence of 1 and dump that into Vitality, why not? I don't know what Experience does in this context, so I'll leave that there. We've got 5 Luck. Aura is apparently magical ability, so let's min-max that as well. And I have absolutely no idea what Morality does, but screw it. Let's be a low moral character build here. Yeah! Now we're supposed to press space to get to the next page. Armory. Choose well, sire. Gold coins, 134. So I reckon we're gonna buy a 2-hand sword. 'Tis yours. A mace, flail, dagger, gauntlet. Sure, we'll buy a gauntlet. I think that's it for the armory. Do we press space next? Accoutrements. Choose well, sire. Gold coins, 108. We'll go with the heavy armor, yes. Don't mind if I do. It is yours. We can have a shield. Well, no. You know what? I don't think the game has any kind of logic to say you can't use a 2-handed sword and a shield. So let's buy a shield. And I'm sure we need torches. We probably need... Oh, you have it, sire. Okay, we can only buy 1 torch. We don't need scrolls or mystic amulets. I'm guessing we can use healing salves and potions. Name thy character? Poggers! 1 moment, please. Stop at line 560. Okay, so that was actually like saving it and then quitting. If we go back to mode 7 and cat, best command. Yep, we have a hero file on disk now. So that's our character data saved. And combined with the level file, we have everything we need to start playing one of these games, except we don't have the actual game code itself. The game code is yet another listing, starting from here, the game module. Let's have a quick skim through it. Bunch of letters we can push on the keyboard to do things. We've got sounds. Sound subroutines. Here's where the magic routines start. Woohoo! This is a bigger program listing. Oh yes. So 367 lines by default. And then a bunch of extra stuff for Spectrum, BBC, Commodore 64, VIC, and then an index. So this will be a bigger undertaking to type in the actual game code, and I will save that for the next stream, which will happen at some point. So far, I've been trying to give people a bit of advance notice on the Twitters and in the Discords when I'm planning to do one of these morning streams. And of course, I'm shouting because I've got caps lock on. Because frickin' emulated machine wanted me to have caps lock on. No, that's the micro. There, caps lock off. There's the Discord if you want it. Let's save this. Like, we've saved it to disk. I don't recall if we've saved the latest version of the character generator with the plus minus key changes, so let's save that as well. And then we can download this disk image. Cool. Yes. Main screen now. Go talking. Can I have music as well? Now I've got Dune 2 now. Thank you so much everyone for sticking around and lurking. I know many of you have work. Ha! Suckers. But it's Friday, so yay. Got the weekend coming up now. And I will probably see you next Monday at 7 PM my time, which is my Ultima 8 Pagan streaming. And then maybe sometime during next week, I will pick a day for doing another of these 9 AM streams. And we'll try to finish the game off. I don't know, this took a while just for the character generator. I'm not sure if I have it in me to do the game code in one sitting, but we'll see how we go, shall we? Yeah, I'm gonna raid us out, and it's a nice sunny day outside, so I'm gonna get some sunshine and try and trick my body into thinking that, yes, it is daytime, we should be awake at this hour. Yes, we'll do that. But in the meantime, is Hairball still on? Because I'm not sure. I think I might have raided Hairball before, but you know, time scheduling wise, it's not usually possible. Ooh, Tawi is also on playing Chrono Trigger, but no, have we raided Tawi before? Oh, I don't remember. But Hairball is harder to find online, and we will go raid over to Hairball, yes. Thank you for being here, Dash of Hope. Here's a raid message if you want it. Copy it yourself, Neko, you dumb shit. /raid Hairball. If you're on mobile, sometimes you get left behind because Twitch is bad. There's Hairball. And I will see you Monday. Take care, everyone. Have a lovely Friday, or end of your Thursday if that's time zone appropriate. Have a good weekend. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.